How's it going, my lovely Death Disciples? I'm the Shattered Reaper, and today we're going to be going back to something we did before, and it was doing some League of Legends. I know it's been a while since we've done a League of Legends video, but we have got another one, and boy, is this a game to show off, and I can definitely guarantee you will be entertained by just how amazing this match went. So, although unfortunately, it does come with a little bit of sorrow because I am up against a couple of members of KDA, not the actual singers, but I do mean the characters, who are the members of the Kill Death Assist band. We have Seraphine and Kaisa, and they are going to be competing with us in the bottom lane, and I've got Morgana to help me out with my horrible bringing of the demise of a couple of members of KDA. This is, along with the enemies, we also have a enemy Talon, an enemy Sharko, and an enemy Darius. And on our team, we have for top Teemo, we have Elise, who is our jungler, and Oriana, who's going to be managing our mid. So as of right now, we kind of don't really do a whole lot in the bottom lane at the moment. We're actually kind of there because we didn't see the jungler Elise go up to the buff, but then we saw Elise go up there and she pinged us. It was like, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll just leash for a little bit. So we head up over to the blue buff to help her out, and we do that for a little bit, as you can tell. There isn't really much to say on like what it is that I haven't already explained about Miss Fortune and her kit, because I already did that. So I'm going to try not to mention it as much as I did before, but as you know, I did start out with the use of the Make It Rain ability so that I could have more domination in the lane, although I'm kind of thinking I should do the Q a little bit. As you can see, they are trying to make use of the bushes in the bottom, and Morgana is like, no girl, you ain't gonna be doing that today. Meanwhile, I've just been busying myself with the farm and just getting all them minions. I do get hit a little bit by Seraphine's abilities, so that's a little bit of damage I took there. It does start getting a little bit hard for me to get some farming because I don't have a whole lot of damage at the moment, and I kind of overestimate just how much damage it is that I could do. I could have poked Seraphine a little bit, and I was a little bit late on that, but I at least did get some poking on there, even though I could have taken more opportunities to do so. I definitely miss on my Make It Rain. I don't even know why I shot it out like that. I was trying to go for Seraphine, but it did not work out. But Seraphine is getting hit pretty hard, then Kaisa flashes right in front of me, so I do have to withdraw for just a moment. And I think about going back in there, but then Kaisa just hits me with her missile ability. I don't know what it's called, but I decide to hit back with the Make It Rain, which does give me a melee minion, so it's something. Then I get hit with Sarah and get finished off by all of Seraphine's kit, but Morgana avenges me. So thank you, Morgana, for avenging me against Seraphine. I get right back in, obviously, and why don't we go ahead to see what it is that I am building. So far I don't really have a whole lot because it wasn't a great start. So I just get myself a broadsword, or I mean a longsword, sorry, as well as a couple of health potions, along with my normal starter item, the Cull, which, if you don't know, it does give me a bit of extra attack damage, but the Reap gives the benefit of 100, for the next 100 minion kills, I get +1 gold for each of them, and once I get 100, then I get an extra 350 gold, so it's very nice, in my opinion, for an ADC so that we could get those items, and just a little bit of extra gold for the resources. I do get my Q, but I only managed to hit a couple minions, and it doesn't necessarily help as much as I wanted it to. I was expecting to get Kaisa, but I guess she moved out of range in time. Unfortunately, I accidentally used Morgana as a bit of a human shield. Sorry about that, girl. I did not quite mean to use you like that, but it did conveniently work out where neither of us died, so nothing to feel too bad about, hopefully. I tried to use my Q to scare off Seraphine, and I get myself a nice cannon minion, very nice indeed to have, but Seraphine is definitely targeting Morgana. Apparently she was not happy about getting killed the last time. Not that I blame her, obviously. Elise comes in for a little bit of a gank, but I am a little bit focused on my farm, so maybe that wasn't necessarily a good thing on me, but at the same time, it's not like we were able to achieve much, because they were pretty backed into their tower, so not much could be accomplished. Morgana is in a bit of danger, so I try to help her out by dealing a bunch of damage. Try to go for Seraphine, and I go in for the kill with a nice offensive flash step. So then I duel with Kaisa a little bit. Morgana, with her assistance, I am able to get the kill for a nice little double kill and clearing of the area. Although, actually, did it count for 2 kills for me? Or, no, that was just another kill for Morgana, so never mind, sorry. Again, I guess I tried. I guess I'm just trying to take advantage of Morgana unintentionally. I don't know what is going on with that, but anyway, while Morgana is gone, I decide to just take a little bit of an opportunity to do some farming, and I think about, like, maybe putting a little bit of a ward right here, just in case, but then Sharko flashes in that bush and attacks me there, and so I'm like, oh, I noticed someone's there. And I think about maybe just poking him a little bit, because how dare you strike me, you absolute asshole. You douche. Morgana comes back into the lane, and so I just decided to wait for her until she came back. Got my W, my strut. Very important, obviously, not just for effectiveness, but, you know, I want to make sure I look good. I focused a little bit on Seraphine, so I tunnel visioned a little bit, so I apologize on the tunnel visioning. I don't know how many people that might have made cringe when Kaisa was, like, right in front of me, but, I apologize. Anyway, so, Kaisa and I are kind of keeping a distance to each other, but obviously I'm being a little bit more forward about my desire to fire. Or I mean farm, sorry, but firing also works in this particular case. Could have definitely gotten that last hit on that magic minion, but oh well. It is what it is. I'd go a little bit offensive on the poking on Talon a little bit there. Orianna got a little bit offensive, but she got damaged a little bit as well, so didn't quite work out for her as well as it did for me. Sorry. But then I finish off that nice wave for a good little bit of gold. Morgana got struck by Talon's ability. Again, I apologize if I'm not able to say what the abilities are. I don't know what all of them are. I haven't played all of the characters. I don't even know the names of the abilities of the characters I currently play. I just use them. So sorry. I try to go in and help finish off Talon, but unfortunately he does escape, and I kind of feel bad about the fact that maybe if I had intervened just a little bit earlier, I could have gotten that kill. Or Morgana. Whichever one of us could have gotten it. It probably would have been Morgana now that I think about it, but let's not concern ourselves with that. Right now, we concern ourselves with getting the Infernal Drake so that we can get some extra attack damage, and just so we can have a Drake on our side for our benefit, so, you know, making sure we get the dragons, it's a very nice thing to have. Straco doesn't really have a whole lot of ability to steal from us, but he does, for some reason, teleport in a situation that would not benefit him. We thought there would be more with him, but no, he was really the only one there, and so we punish him for that very strange move that benefited in no way to him whatsoever. But then we kind of go with the rest of the team, or the rest of the bottom team. Yeah. Meanwhile, I just kind of go for a little bit of farming, because why not? Even though there is a team fight going on. But I do get my Q in to finish off Seraphine, so a little bit of kill securing. 100% kill securing, not kill stealing, because kill stealing is being immoral and taking kills from people. I just secured the kill, that's all. Morgana, unfortunately, does die, but I do get some hits on Kaisa. But I think about poking them a little bit, but it doesn't seem like a situation where it would benefit me if I'm the only one going in there, obviously. I do use my ult to try to get Kaisa. It almost gets her, but not quite. And I try to stretch so that I could get it in the last hit, but I realized that'd be way too dangerous, so I decide not to risk it, especially since I do not have any abilities or mana to use said abilities, so I decide not to do so. But Sharko does come from behind, like a rude person, so I repay him with a little bit of a shot to the booty. So how dare you? So you pay by having your booty get shot, and no longer is it going to be perfect. Not that I know anything about Sharko's booty, or whatever his name is, the clown guy. He's a clown guy, so, actually, now that I think about it, considering that he is a clown guy, he probably doesn't even have that great of an ass. My apologies, but, that is just the way of knowing about clowns. They There's just nothing appealing. I'm sorry. It's just wrong. It's inhumane to think that they, no offense to actual clowns. I'm sure you are wonderful people. I'm just not a fan of clowns. But anyway, with that being taken care of, Shaco, I think that was his name. That has to be his name. Shaco, I did kill him, but he, according to that health bar, he does not appear to be having a good time wherever he's doing. But here we just continue the farming game. Everybody loves a little bit of farming simulator, and especially when it involves the murder of innocent little minions who are simply just doing their jobs of murdering other innocent little minions. Like, maybe they're not all that innocent. It's like, you know what? Fair enough. But in the meantime, we're just dueling with Kaisa and Seraphine, who are just trying to poke while I am just doing nothing but focusing on my farm and making sure them crops are nice and profitable. But then I realize that I'm a little bit bothered by them trying to interfere with my crop gathering, so I tell them I've had enough of their shit. So, prepare to get poked. And I especially say that to Seraphine. Sorry, KDA, I love you. But, yeah, Seraphine, I do want to be able to have my crops, harvested, so please, just let me have my god's damned crops. Stop interfering with my farming, bitch. I'm sorry again, I love you. Anyway, Kaisa just hit me with her missile ability, so that was slightly annoying, but, you know, it doesn't do much damage to me, so it's like, whatever. Anyway, so we kind of wait for our minion wave to come and support us so that we can get another little bit of farming, but I miss out on that minion, unfortunately. So that didn't necessarily work out. Meanwhile, Morgana tanked all of their abilities, so sorry, Morgana. I used my E, actually, on Kaisa. Morgana uses her, her Desolate Field ability, or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. Again, I don't know the ability names. I just go with what I can. But, I think about trying to go round the back here, but then I notice they also have a ward, and, I get ulted. I tried to use the ult on Kaisa, but I do happen to get, Seraphine somehow there. But I do use my Q on Kaisa, and, I shut her down for a nice little double kill. So, yeah, I'm amazing. I know, I just know what I'm doing, even though I am at Iron. Don't judge me on that. I think it's pretty damn terrible, but shut up. Okay, just let me have this. But anyway, just continuing the farming, just doing our thing here, and then we go for our opportunity to strike at the plating so that we could get some extra cash. Just farm that turret plating so that we can get some good cash and moolah out of it. But then after getting the second plating, we decide to help out with the dragon. This is the ocean drake this time. So instead of it being for well, I guess I forgot that I went in there alone. Not entirely sure why I did that, but we kind of get interrupted a little by Talon and his shenanigans, as well as the rest of his team, who I don't realize, but I decide to hold them off and heroically try to sacrifice myself for my team, but I'm pretty sure that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking I would be able to get Seraphine, but at the end, that's what I thought. So, I did have good intentions before I died, so that counts, right? But anyway, it ends up not working out because Oriana and Morgana do die eventually, and, well, and they take the ocean instead, in case you can't really tell. But yeah, that is what happens, so, not quite the most beneficial move on my part, obviously. Yeah. Turret plating, however, does fall, and, next is going to be the, Mountain Drake. That one is going to be coming up next, but as of right now, it is us competing between water and fire, and while some say normally water would win, well, let's just say, we're gonna prove them wrong. Or we will try to. Trying is always the important part. Everyone keep that in mind, because trying will always be what matters. I do happen to think that Kaisa might have been in one of those bushes, so I hide in there just to prepare for an opportunity, use my ult, and surprisingly I get both of them. I was not expecting to get Seraphine, I was definitely thinking of getting Kaisa. But to get Seraphine as well, that's just an added bonus, you know? So yeah, nice double kill with my ult. Perfect. And after that, we just kind of take down the rest of that turret. No plating, sure, but you know what? May as well take the whole thing down if there aren't going to be any plating we can get some moolah off of. And also, why not some extra minions? And maybe also push further a little bit so that we can get the second turret. Why not? Yeah, I mean, let's go for it. So, obviously getting in plenty of good damage on that turret. Definitely working out for us, but Seraphine is definitely trying to say, no, there is only so far an extent I'm gonna let you do that. But I used my 3, and, well, Seraphine's resistance did not hold up for much, unfortunately. Sorry, girl. I do love your music, I love her band, I'm sorry, it's just, I kinda have to do that to you, I'm sorry. I don't want to, but you make me, and it hurts. It truly does. But Shaco is definitely trying to go after Morgana a lot, but this is where things go badly for me, because Shaco decides to split himself in 2, so we get nothing out of that. Unfortunately, we did not get the second turret, and we did not even get a single kill in that engagement, so definitely did not work out for us. But let's check out my item build, which I have not been doing for a while. So far, we have both the Kraken Slayer and the Collector, so definitely very beneficial for the beginning, especially the Collector, because it is very important to get some of that extra gold for every enemy hero that you kill. Obviously, it's not very good if you're not going to get that many kills, but to me, it's a very nice early item so that I could benefit as much from the kills as possible. I also still have the call because I do not have enough minion kills, so I do want to be able to make sure I still have that so that I can get the extra gold. Basically, my build is meant to maximize on profit. I mean, at least for the Collector and the Call, that's kind of how it works for me. We also have the refillable potions so that I can always have a couple of extra potions so that I don't need to always buy them. And now we kind of go into the mid lane so that we can get ready for the big team fights, the big team boss battles. To which I do have to stay in the back because I am a ranged character and I do not want to die. But I am willing to use my Q on Darius and also shoot him right in his face, his beautiful, pretty face, where he basically wants to try and cut me into pieces. But you know what? I make him pay for it by shooting him in the face multiple times until he is dead. Which he does die, eventually. Even his tankiness cannot possibly stop my bullets of fury. Well, actually, since he isn't a skin, he isn't really using his armor. He's like using some sort of beach skin or whatever, so not much protection. But with my ult, I do take down Talon, and I do also kill Shaco. I guess he thought that being in front of his double was going to be a good idea. Not that it would have really mattered, but Kaisa does get me back for the murder of her comrades, but with a nice missile, long-range missile, right in the back. So you know what? Props to you, Kaisa, for your sniping abilities. Of course, it does remind me of another sniping moment with an unfortunate death in Attack on Titan in the final season. Fuck you, Gobby. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, Seraphine does die here, and Teemo does strike Kaisa with a poison ability, and Morgana herself does a little bit of a snipe against Kaisa. So it's just sniping moments in that period of time there. Anyway, where are we with the builds? We got ourselves some Berserker Greaves. I know it's normally what a lot of the pros are like saying, why do people use these boots? Like, they should be using, like, mercury threads or whatever. And to me, it's just like, you know, if I'm doing well, I just kind of want to prioritize on the attack speed a little, you know? I'm somebody that benefits from the attack speed, okay? Just let me have my fun, okay? And besides, naturally, I am a berserker, so, you know, just shut up. Even though that's probably not a good idea. And, but Berserker Greaves are pretty fun when I get the opportunity to use them. And I also do have the call finished off as well as a dagger built up. But things are not looking too hot over here. I do get a nice final shot on Darius, as well as a kill on Talon as he does try to leap in for a kill, but I shoot him in the face instead, so he doesn't really get much out of it. I don't recognize that Chaco's up there. I think he's in the bush, and then I'm just like, oh, well, I guess he's gone. So yeah, but then I noticed, oh, hello, Shaco! Fancy seeing you here! Except I don't really pursue him, and instead Morgana just kills him, so, you know, works out, and Kaisa is trying to escape, so I try to pursue while everybody else is dealing with the dragon. So I get my strap on so that she cannot escape me. But unfortunately, alas, unbeknownst to most people, and really, who could have possibly guessed this, the strap did not catch her. I did try to ult as well, but that didn't necessarily kill her either, but I'm pretty sure it did deal some damage. And because I wasn't falling for the trap, I decided to destroy the turret before going after Kaisa, and with a nice Q, with a nice double up, I do get the Kaisa kill, so beat that. We do also have the Mountain Drake, which does give us a 6% armor and magic resistance, so very nice for us. To go with our Infernal Drake, 4% attack damage and ability power. Because I am low on health, I decided to go back to Fountain, just replenish, rejuvenate, heal, and all of that, blah blah blah. And just do all of that, and also buy some new abilities, to which I replaced the Cull with a Rapid Fire Cannon, to which the stats obviously are very nice. Energized attacks, being able to do a lot of good here and there, and also Sharpshooter, your energized excuse me, let me read it. Your energized attacks applies 120 bonus magic damage. In addition, energized attacks gain 150 bonus attack range, so yeah, very nice to have, if I do say so myself, and also an extra dagger, because why not? And also just so that it builds into something else. Here we have a nice big team battle where Seraphine just killed 2 of our teammates, but if you think that's gonna deter me, it ain't. And I just shoot Darius right in the face and basically get a triple kill, finishing off with Talon. I thought it was gonna get Seraphine, but you know, Morgana did take that one, so you know, fair is fair, I suppose. I took credit for a couple of things she did, or thought I was gonna do in this video. She takes credit for my quadra kills. You know what? Fair enough. And here we just kind of finish off this turret, and I think about going to help out with the Baron Nashor, but Morgana says that we should go for inhibitor, and I thought, you know, why not? Why not damage the objective buildings enough? So we kind of do that, and eventually we do take down the turret. I go for Shaco a little bit, because why not? Why not get more hero kills? And of course, just a little bit of therapy in my need to kill clowns. Not real clowns. No, you have no need to worry, real life clowns. It's just the thick ones I need to get rid of. Especially ones like Shaco, because I'm pretty sure he is intended to be like the horror stereotype of clowns. Morgana, unfortunately, having a very difficult time getting away from everyone and unfortunately dying, just like I did, to basketball Darius. Damn, who would have thought that eventually he would be able to have enough tankiness through his absolutely pure, awesome, and sexy-ass biceps and pecs. I can't lie, Darius is 100% a damn fucking himbo of all himbos. In this game, at least. Garen is too covered up in armor for me to be able to tell, but Darius, he definitely does not have any shame in covering up the massive muscles. And then there's also Varus, who is basically like 3 guys in one, so like, oh, that's also very hot. Here we get into a team fight, and I shoot up Darius as much as I possibly can, and Elise finishes off Kaisa, to which I definitely did a lot of damage, but in the end it does not turn out to be a beneficial engagement because we all do die, but Morgana comes in for the save and takes down Talon, and then goes out to try and go after Seraphine, to which she will eventually get for an awesome double kill. So I guess by beneficial it means I did not survive. And truly that is more than enough to say it was not beneficial. Except who am I kidding? It helped the team, so you know what? It was beneficial. It just traded my death, which, by the way, is very valuable. Anyway, speaking of, our build also includes now the Mortal Reminder, which I use to basically counter Seraphine and her support role, and also include, let's just take a look, 18 kills, 6 deaths, and 8 assists, so I'm not gonna, you know, overemphasize, but, I am definitely carrying, you know, I am, though. I really am. And here I decided to go check out to see if there are any enemies in this jungle, because I thought I saw some, but instead I take a little bit of a ward and also a couple of shots to Darius's pecs. I'm sorry, beautiful, gorgeous man, but it is a shame that we are on opposing sides. But, now, I go in for a nice ult on Shaco, again, and then, I end up shooting Darius in his corpse face, so, sorry about that overkill, Darius. But I do get Seraphine, so you know what? That makes up for it. And it's also kind of here, because we chased off the enemy team, we also go in for the Mountain Drake, to which, obviously, doing a hell of a lot of damage for. Teemo regenerating with some of that, honey fruit, whatever, honeyberry, something like that. Then we go for the Baron Nashor, which I am obviously going to be at the forefront of doing, being like, oh, we're going for the Baron Nashor, don't mind if I do, just taking that front line with my damage. To which I unleash the full capacity of my abilities on, and obviously he is melting before the sheer power of my misfortune build, and also just my pure beauty, to which obviously I could dodge the acid, but just so that it doesn't ruin my makeup or any of my aesthetics, obviously, because if anything, I cannot possibly survive in victory knowing that I am not going to lose anymore. That is going to be death itself. I'm sorry, I will not be able to live that way. But I do go back so that I can get some more items, to which I get the BF sword. You know, gotta have the best friend sword, because, I mean, how can you possibly not have the best friend sword? Speaking of, Orianna's in a little bit of danger, with the enemy team trying to chase her down, to which we go, oh, hell no! But Talon responds in our chasing and throws a few knives at us, to which we do kindly back off a little bit. Then Seraphine hits me with her ability. Rude. But understandable, we are enemies. I love you, Seraphine. And all of KDA. I love you all. But Evelyn, by the way, is obviously my #1 band member for KDA. Let's be real. Evelyn is 100% the best girl. With a Kali coming in at second. So then I go in for the inhibitor, and it goes down. And after that, we just kind of have to go off a little standoff, you know. Our cannon beating up their turret a little. And then just murdering some minions. That usual thing. Seraphine trying to harass me. Darius, however, coming in to try and bring me in with his basketball skills, but unfortunately I do have to shoot him a little bit, and Morgana finishes him off. And I shut down Shako, to which he does kindly repay me the favor of killing me as well. So in the end, it was a trade where our team did benefit, for the most part. And we did destroy one of their turrets, but now it's basically 4 of our teammates over at the enemy base, with one of their teammates very low on health, traveling back at the fountain. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure I don't come back in for the rest of the game yet. It's looking pretty done here. So Kaisa is 100% doomed right there, sorry. And then comes down the enemy Nexus, and I come in at the very end to say, hey, I'm alive! Just so you know, I get to survive, hooray. Because in my mind, for the lore in these kinds of games, like, if I do not survive, then basically it means I died. I died heroically, and I do not get to live further on. But that is the end of the game, so yeah, it went by pretty well, it went by pretty quickly, and I did, in fact, do some nice carrying with 21 kills, 7 deaths, and 11 assists. I was trying to go in for the ultimate crit, the infinity crit, the infinity crit sword thingy. I did try to build up to that at the end, but unfortunately did not have enough time. But oh well. It all worked out in the end because we did win, and I did get some extra league points, so you know what? That's good enough for me, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. Give that like button a stab if you did. Subscribe if you want more death in your life. Be sure the bell is tolling for thee. And until next time, rest in peace. Bye! Enjoyed today's video? Well, there's plenty more for you to enjoy here. And if you also want to support this small channel, then there is also my Ko-fi, which is available, as well as a Twitter thread that gives you my commissioning info. And if you'd like some traditional art or literature, feel free to DM me on Twitter. Thank you for enjoying the video and for your viewership.